Hi, my name is John Alzheimer, and I am a credit expert who contributes to creditcardinsider.com. Today's question is this: what makes for a good credit card for seniors? Well, generally speaking, what makes for a good credit card for seniors also makes for a good credit card for all other age groups. Attributes like low interest rates, high credit limits, great fraud protections, and great customer service. These are the things that people generally look for when they're shopping for a credit card. And if they're not looking for these things, they should be looking for these things. However, for senior citizens, there are likely going to be some attributes that are going to be more appealing to them than are going to be to the general population as a whole. And here they are. First and foremost, for folks who are retired and not tied to a job and to a desk 8 hours a day, are likely going to be spending more of their time on the road, traveling across the world, across the country. And that if they're traveling out of the country, they're likely using their credit cards to rack up charges in other countries, which can result in what's referred to as a foreign transaction fee. And a foreign transaction fee is actually very simple to understand. It is a fee assessed by your credit card issuer for converting the currency of the country outside of the U.S. into US dollars for your statement. Now, a foreign transaction fee generally runs between 1% to 3% of your purchase. So if you're spending a lot of time outside of the US and a lot of charges on your credit card, then it's very likely that you're running up some pretty significant foreign transaction fees. 1% to 3%, that can add up very quickly, and it can be a material contribution to the balance on your credit card. So when you're looking for a credit card, it's a good idea to look for cards that have either very low foreign transaction fees or no foreign transaction fees. And yes, there are plenty of options that you can choose from that have little or no foreign transaction fees. Next, if you're spending a lot of time on the road traveling, it's not a bad idea to look for a credit card that gives you very aggressive travel rewards. Most rewards cards will reward you 1% of your purchases in some form of reward, whether that's cash back, airline miles, or points that can be used to purchase merchandise or gift cards. There are, however, some really good travel cards that are going to give you bonuses or bonus rewards for purchases that are generally made when someone is traveling. Things like hotels, gas stations, restaurants, and you can actually earn, in some cases, up to 5% cash back or 5% rewards with these types of cards. Again, if you're a senior citizen, you're retired, you're spending a lot of time traveling, not a bad option. So you can rack up on a lot of points very quickly, which then you can obviously use to travel some more, because then you can redeem them for airline miles, you can redeem them for, airline tickets, you can redeem them for hotel stays, and you can convert them to gift cards to pay for things like gasoline, for example. And last but not least, and this is a little counterintuitive, most of the time when we shop for a credit card, we're looking for a credit card that has a very, very high credit limit. It's very healthy for your credit score to have a high credit limit, and it also gives you tremendous purchasing power and a lot of portable capacity to have a high spending limit. The downside to that is if you're not responsible, you can get into a lot of credit card debt very quickly, and that can become very expensive. So if you're on a fixed income, it might be a good idea to put some budget controls in place vis-a-vis your credit card, and the way to do that is to look for a credit card that has a low credit limit. Now, when you're applying for a credit card, you're not going to be able to determine what your credit limit is going to be before you're approved. The issuing bank is the one who essentially sets the credit limit when they're going through the process of underwriting your account. However, having said that, credit card issuers will allow you to lower the limit if you will ask them to do so. And it's very, very simple. You just call the credit card issuer, let them know, hey, look, I've got a $20,000 limit on this card. I don't need a $20,000 limit. Please lower it to $10,000, or please lower it to $5,000, or some modest number that you feel comfortable having as the upper bound spending capacity on that particular card. If you feel like you're responsible enough that you don't need to have a lower credit limit, that you can keep your spending in check on your own, then rock and roll in the other direction. It's very nice to have a $25,000 or $30,000 credit limit, but only if you can control yourself. If you have any other questions pertaining to credit or other financial topics, please submit them to creditcardinsider.com. Thanks for your time. Have a great day.